Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Cassandra. This is a gentle practice for sore, tired, achy legs. I walked 50,000 steps yesterday, basically the equivalent of walking a marathon. It was just a little fun challenge I did for myself, but it was 7.5 hours of walking, and my legs do not feel that great today. They are very stiff, very sore, a little achy. So this is just a gentle practice. This is basically the same practice I did last night, and I just figured maybe I could film this and it would be helpful for those of you who also need to do something a little bit more soothing and gentle. No props are required. I have a block here just because at the end of class or at some point in this class, I want to do legs up the wall. So if you do happen to be near a wall, you won't need this block at all. You'll just be able to lift your legs up against a wall. But because I'm in the middle of the room, I'm doing it in a different variation where I'm just gonna lift my hips up on this block and reach my legs up to the sky. So you have the option of either putting your mat against the wall or just grabbing for a cushion or a block or anything like that. So not necessarily a yin practice because we're not going to be in the poses for the 3 to 5 minutes that we would need to hold the poses in for it to technically be yin yoga, but it is a slower moving practice, 5 to 10 breaths per pose. So let's begin. Just straighten out your legs, reach your arms up overhead. Give yourself a nice big stretch here, pointing through the toes, arching through the back. And I'm going to come into reclined butterfly pose, soles of the feet together, knees apart. And I'm just going to take a little cactus shape with the arms, bending my elbows. Just a gentle first stretch through the inner thighs. Try to relax your body. Breathing deep into the belly. Three more breaths here. And you can slide your arms down to help your knees lift back up through to center. We're going to pull our right knee to our chest. Keep that left leg long to the mat. Getting into the hip flexors a little bit here. So really stretch out long through that left leg as you pull that right thigh in. And I'm going to add a few circles with my right foot, right ankle, flexing and pointing the toes. Going in both directions, just a little bit of mobility here. And you can relax your ankle. We're going to open that right knee out to the side. So going a little bit more, almost as if you were going to do a half happy baby pose, but not quite. And then bring that knee in through to center and just cross it a little bit over towards the left side of your mat. So I'm not going all the way as if I was taking a twist. I'm keeping my right hip on the mat and I'm just crossing until I get a nice stretch through that right glute, through that right hip. And let's come back through to center, open it back out to the side. So it's almost like a half circle shape. And then we bring it into center and over towards the left. And now from here, let's find that full twist. So I'm going to continue to bring that right knee over towards the left, stacking one hip on top of the other. Reach your right arm out to the side. Press that right shoulder blade on the mat. more breath in this twist. As you come back through to center, we're going to reopen that right knee out to the right. If you'd like to go deeper this time, find your full expression of half happy baby pose, grabbing a hold of that big toe, the ankle, the shin. So going deeper through the inner thighs, getting into the hamstrings a little more as well. Think of pushing and reaching out longer through your left leg so that you're not rolling over onto one side. You can slide your left foot in, reclined pigeon pose, cross your right ankle over the top of that left knee, figure four shape. Maybe you want to stay here if the hips are really feeling tight, or you can reach through with your arms. Try to keep head and shoulders on the mat. Just using a little bit of arm strength. Releasing this pose. Before we repeat this sequence the other side, straighten your legs up towards the ceiling and just flex and point your feet a couple times. I know when I did this last night after walking all day, this felt really intense, but in a good way. Let's bring our left knee to our chest, right leg extends to the mat. Squeezing it in, and we're going to circle with your left foot, rolling the ankle, flexing and pointing the toes, changing the direction of those circles a few times. Now relaxing that left ankle, we'll do those half circles with our left knee. Start by opening it out to the side, almost like a half happy baby. Back through to center, and then just continuing as you bring that left knee a little bit over towards the right. Still keeping my left hip down on the mat so it's not a full spinal rotation. Left knee comes into the center of the chest and opens out to the left. Back to center, over to the right, and this time we'll make our way to the full twist. So let that left hip come off the floor, reach your left arm out to the side, press the shoulder blade down. Slow, steady breath. We're trying to stretch out our lower back. If you've been on your feet a lot or walking a lot, even running, it's very normal for some tightness to accumulate or build up through that lower back. So we want to give it a bit of attention. Let's release the twist, coming into our half happy baby pose on this side. Widen that knee out. Maybe grab a hold of that big toe as you stack that ankle over the knee, pressing the thigh open while at the same time trying to drag it down, reaching out even longer through our right leg, right heel. Go ahead and slide your right foot in, reclined pigeon pose on this side, left ankle over your right knee, reach through with your arms, draw that in close. So outer hips are what feel the stiffest for me today. So don't worry if you're not going quite as deep in poses as what you're used to doing. We're not trying to push or force the stretch in any way. And let's go ahead and release. Take that same big starting stretch, reaching your arms up overhead, pointing out through the toes, staying long. And we're going to come from here into a seated forward fold. So I'm just going to roll to one side, use my arms to lift myself up with my legs out in front of me. A little bend into the knees, not really a bend, but I'm just not forcing them to be completely straight. This will be more of a yin style forward fold. So I'm going to let myself naturally round and relax into the pose. I really like putting my thumbs underneath my calves. Having my arms here helps to make sure that I'm not letting my knees and toes open out. I'm trying to maintain more of a neutral or internal hip rotation. I'm not pushing, I'm not pulling. This is a great way to stretch from the back of your neck all the way down your spine, down the backs of your legs, even into the soles of your feet. About 10 breaths here. Can you soften your shoulders? Let your head get heavier. Relax every muscle in your legs and lower body. Two more deep belly breaths here. Push your hands into the mat to slowly lift yourself up, rolling up. And I'll give you some options here, getting into those outer hips. So I'm just going to do the very gentle, easy variation of this pose where I'm sitting and I have my right shin just in front of the left one, and we're going to fold forward from here. If the hips are feeling more flexible today, you can do the full fire log pose variation where you're stacking one shin directly on top. So my foot is over my knee is over my foot, and we fold from here. Normally I do this one. Today that is simply not going to happen. So I have one in front of the other. I'm gonna walk my hands out, and you can stay up on your elbows. Sometimes even propping your head up can be nice. Just finding your range of motion, your edge. Five breaths here. Pushing our hands into the mat, we slowly lift ourselves up. We'll take a little twist, left hand to your right knee, right fingertips behind you, open through your chest. Try not to slouch, grow taller through your spine. And as we release to face forward, we'll just do a little windshield wiper motion with the knees a couple times before we go to the other side. And really press the knees down so that you're getting a big stretch. especially when we do this internal rotation with the outside leg. And we'll find that seated hip opener to the other side. So this time I'm going to bring my left shin a little bit in front of the right one and fold from here. Remember, you can do that square or fire log pose instead. And I'm trying to lift out of my lower back and then folding down. So this is almost like a pigeon pose, but just a gentler variation, because I know right now pigeon would be too much for me today. Five deep belly breaths here. Pressing the hands into the floor. Your next inhale slowly lifts you back up into a twist. Right hand to your left knee, left fingertips behind you. Sitting up tall, reaching up through the crown of your head, pressing the shoulders down. And facing forward, a little windshield wiper motion with the knees. So before we go into legs up the wall, or what I'll be doing, which is waterfall pose with the block, I'm just going to do a half hero pose. So I'm going to bend, actually I'll do the left side first so you can see a little better. I'm going to bend that left knee, getting the sole of the foot, pressing down into the mat. I'm going to lift and tuck the tailbone under, really getting into the quads here. And we're not here for too long. Usually I would be lying flat on my back, but I'm going to stay lifted for this one. Just 5 breaths. Ready to do the same thing the other side. Walking the hands in, straightening that leg out, and setting ourselves up the other way. Tuck that right foot back, keeping the hips or the knees hip width distance apart. I'm going to lift and tuck, tailbone under, leaning back just a little bit here. Still trying to keep my right kneecap on the mat, not lifting it up. Let's come all the way back up, and we'll actually go into child's pose from here rather than going straight into legs up the wall or waterfall pose. Big toes together, knees as wide as you would like them to be, pressing the hips back towards the heels. 10 full breaths here. Big stretch through the inner thighs. If you're feeling this more in your lower back, maybe bring your knees a little closer together. We never want to feel pain. Imagine you can get even heavier in this pose. Breathing into those hips. Three more breaths. And let's bring the hands in, start to lift up. So yesterday I tried doing a toe squat, literally could not do it. The soles of my feet are feeling quite tight. I'll give it another try today. So if you want, you can tuck the toes under and just start to maybe press the hips back. Okay, it's not as bad today, still pretty bad. So I'm just gonna breathe here, just a few breaths, a few moments. So now we are going into either legs up the wall or waterfall pose. So if you're using a wall, you can sit right up against it, lay down, and let your legs go all the way up. Otherwise, if you're just doing this freestanding, like what I'll be doing, I'm going to use my block, place it underneath my hips at its lowest level, and I'm just going to bring my legs straight up. We're just trying to let our legs be completely weightless. And it can feel nice to point and flex, to rotate through the ankles, maybe to bend and straighten the legs a couple times. Really whatever feels good to you here. You might need to make some adjustments with where you have your prop underneath you. A very gentle inversion. 10 breaths here. This is a really wonderful pose to do if you are on your feet a lot. And you're welcome to continue it in this exact version. I really like opening the legs up into more of a straddle shape, focusing more through inner thighs. And if that doesn't feel good, bring the legs back up through to center. 5 more breaths. Let's go ahead and bend the knees, we'll find Shavasana, our final resting pose. Those of you who are doing legs up the wall, maybe you would prefer to use that as your Shavasana and spend another 3 minutes in that pose. It's a very restorative posture, so you're welcome to stay there for much longer. I'm going to straighten my legs out to the mat, palms facing up. 3 minutes right here to fully relax and soften. Let's start to wake ourselves back up. Simple, small little movements. We'll stretch our arms up overhead. Same thing we've done a couple times already. Arching your back, pointing the toes, reaching fingers nice and long. And we'll turn to the side. Take your time. Come up to take a seat. Sit up tall, closing your eyes. Hands at heart center. We'll chant Om together one time. Let's inhale to chant. Om. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing this very gentle lower body stretch with me. I hope you enjoyed it. It's about all I'm able to do today. So, just a really nice, lovely, simple, stretchy lower body flow. Please subscribe if you don't already. Leave me a comment before you go, and hopefully, we will practice again together very soon.